So what is DIY Enlightenment Path about? What am I going to be teaching about on the channel? Various topics and subjects, etc. Before anything, DIY Enlightenment Path, it's about cultivating a certain mindset, not just a mindset of positive thinking, but a holistic lifestyle. Implementing regimens, certain disciplines, exercises, nutrition, way of eating. And the goal is to obtain a balanced state of mind, states of joy, peace, supreme peace at that. All right, because we all been brought into this world, and every thought that you ever had, this might sound crazy, but it's not from you. Isn't that something? That's something else. So the belief system that you have, the behaviors, everything, somebody told you something, whether it was your parents, your teachers, the kids in the yard, an ex-girlfriend, an ex-boyfriend, right? And then we believe this based on the level of fear in us at that time, or this works in a good way too. Like sometimes we get programmed with positive things, and we assume an identity around that, aka the ego. But it even gets to a point on a spiritual path that even the positive ego identities that you assume, you're gonna have to let that go as well. But we talking more about the negative belief systems and core beliefs and such that you've been harboring for so long. So DIY Enlightenment is about undoing all of that. Okay? I'm not really big on motivational speaking. It serves its purpose. I respect all the motivational speaker gurus out there, but this is going to be scientific. It's going to be very scientific. Prescribed exercises, a lot about nutrition. I'm going to be teaching about spiritual protection, how to use nature to heal, things like crystal healing, using the nature elements to heal, how to do affirmations properly, how to summon, if you're praying to God, whether you're praying to a demigod, archangel, saint, or even trying to commune with your higher self, how to summon, okay? A lot of people don't know how to summon correctly. They throw something out there in the form of a question or a prayer, and they throw out another frequency right behind it, so that when that answer tries to return to you, we block it. Okay? And that's what happens. So yeah, that's what, DI. And another very important thing I want to describe about DIY Enlightenment Path. Okay, so if we go back to about 5,000 to 7,000 years ago, right? The majority of human beings felt like they had to ask spiritual masters, what meditation should I do? What clothes should I wear? What should I eat? Master, what's my destiny, right? And that was in the infancy of humanity. I would like to say the dawn age of the Enlightenment seeker. I just put that together just now. The dawn age of all Enlightenment seekers. And I feel it was necessary back then. But now, if you notice, human beings are a lot more smarter. Our intellects has evolved. Our capacity to perceive spiritual knowledge has evolved. And I don't know if you notice, but sometimes I see things like a 3-year-old holding like advanced conversations, and I'll be like, whoa, a 3-year-old has no business perceiving like this, speaking like this, articulating like this, you know? And that's because we always get cosmic rays coming this way, or even through the sun. There's always rays coming down here to evolve everything on this planet. Not only Mother Earth, and to create new forms, new trees, this and that, but also to speed up our DNA. Why is my mouth getting so dry right now? Jesus Christ. So I just, the herbs I just had, I guess. So basically, we no longer are confined to the path of enlightenment by a guru. So D.I.Y. enlightenment path is about, if you know the laws of nature, you know the principles of the microcosm, you, and the macrocosm, the universe, as above, so below. When there are shifts in the cosmos, there's inevitably shifts within your body and your DNA as well. The laws that I'm going to be talking about is like laws of manifestation, the same things that take place to manifest a planet, a moon, the sun, stars, a blue whale, a monkey, a human, down to an amoeba or a paramecium, is the same creative abilities you have as a microcosmic God in you. So I'll be touching on a lot of this stuff, okay? And it takes a lot of reconditioning of our minds to know that we are tremendously powerful as human beings. You are very fortunate to be a human being. You could have manifested as an ant. You could have manifested as a caterpillar, a raccoon. But for you to be in this form, that means for millions upon millions of years, there's a certain spark and seed of consciousness that traveled and kept evolving and evolving. Those of you who are in church, I don't believe in reincarnation. You cannot believe that the moon exists, or air exists, or grass exists, doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. It is very scientific, and to me, unbelievable how someone can deny that there is such a thing as reincarnation of the soul. Facts. Energy cannot be destroyed. It can only be transmuted or transformed into something else. All right. So your soul essence has been here in many forms. You're just really actually a piece of Mother Earth. And then when the shell loses that spark in the form of like a little light, you can envision it as a ball of light that leaves the body. This turns to a heaping pile of dust and goes back to fertilizing the earth. But that spark, that God spark energy, it always travels. Facts. So I kind of went off into a little sidetrack, but I'm just giving y'all some ideas, man. I'll also be touching on important topics such as understanding what malevolent forces are working against us deliberately to hold us back from evolution. That's very important. Okay, so I'll touch on beings such as the archons, reptilians, and human beings that work with them to hold us back. The rulers, the 10% or the 3% actually of the planet. All right. But I'm not going to go crazy on reptilian and gray species and extraterrestrials. I got no time for that crap. I mean, I don't mean to call it crap, but a lot of us, we have to understand too much entertainment when you're on a path of enlightenment is definitely a hindrance. Okay. 3 species of aliens on Saturn. What is that going to do for you? You gotta get more into, like, I would say holistic alignment with yourself. And we're not perfect. So, I mean, if you had a ratio of like 65-35 to a higher degree, 65, you're on a path, eating right, this and that, then that's the idea. And those who go hardcore with that 100 or that 90, then experiencing joy, the highest mental and emotional balance, supreme peace is very, very possible. There's always a way to suffer less. No matter how much you're suffering, there's always a way to start doing things, Xing out some things in your life, abstaining from some things, implementing some, or taking on some new things. I'm gonna stop right here, right? Because I think I did a decent job in describing what I'm gonna be teaching about on D.I.Y Enlightenment Path. All right. And there is a part that, because I'm kind of freestyling with this, I'm wondering, like, did I touch on that part about we no longer need the guru? I think I did, but if I didn't, then I'll do a part 2. I'll have 2 ways that I'll be doing my videos. Sometimes, half of the time it'll be spontaneous, it'll be epiphanies, and that's gonna take a practice in itself. That even when I'm freestyling off an epiphany, to be more articulate, so it's little ums and ahs, and that'll be gone very soon because I just practice a lot now. So, but when I really want to get down to teaching something raw and uncut, uninterrupted, then, I'll be reading from, a script. I'll be reading from a paper or my dry eraser board and such. And as you see my style of videos, I don't show my face because I feel like it's really not necessary. It's more of a distraction if you think about it. But after my 100th video, I will show my face. That's just a thing that I don't feel like going into. I just feel like I want people to focus more on the message than a facial image or, things of that nature. But stay tuned, man. I'll be at the 100 video mark in no time. I have a tremendous amount of information I'm sitting on for 25 years. And it's the calling now for me to unleash this and teach. All right. So stay tuned, subscribe. You're going to be in for a ride. All right. Peace.